I don't know where I'm going to go with this, but I think it's going to hurt. All right, let me start with the background. For those of you who don't know, I'm the former president of American Atheists. I was taken out of that job because I had false allegations against me, and the board of American Atheists fired me without due process. On said board of American Atheists sat one friend of mine named Mandisa Thomas. And as you know in my other videos, she's been dogged by allegations. There's new news. American Atheist board members exit dogged by misconduct allegations. Mandisa and Andrew Torres have been booted off of the board of directors of American Atheists. They say they resigned. I feel terrible about this. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to read the article, and I'm going to read Andrew's response. Two board members of American Atheists, one of the nation's best-known atheist advocacy organizations, you're welcome, resigned in the past month after ethical concerns were raised about their actions at conferences for non-believers. Mandisa Thomas, president of Black Nonbelievers, gave up her seat on the board from American Atheists on January 11th, weeks after she was accused of violating Black Nonbelievers' code of conduct during the group's annual CCon cruise held Thanksgiving weekend. After the allegations became public, Thomas told Religion News Service that she had mishandled a personal situation during the conference and had apologized. Let's look at what that was. Here's an article on Only Sky, talks about what happened. After multiple conversations over 2 weeks with multiple people who wrote the open letter is this complaint. I'll get to that in a second. What they all agreed on, there was no criminal actions to investigate and no financial shenanigans or anything of the sort. So Mandisa didn't break a law. Mandisa didn't steal anything or do anything dishonest. She had a disagreement and she apologized. She probably had sex with somebody. That's legal. Couple fine. There's nothing here. Now, just talk a little bit about that complaint. If you watch that old video that I did a couple months ago now, there's this woman who claimed that she and her group wanted to have a say in the American Humanist Association election of their executive director, which is of course a board prerogative. The board said no, and this woman called it a white supremacist event and said that she had been harmed by it. And she published this 14-page letter about how she had been harmed because she'd been told no. Mandisa was named on that. And she was the bad person, the bad black person who was helping the white supremacy along. It was total bullshit. That same person is making this complaint. That same person who wasn't told to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and stop being an asshole is being an asshole again. And American Atheists bailed on Mandisa. This isn't okay. So the allegations against her are being made by a person who makes bogus allegations. They don't involve criminal activity, and they don't involve financial shenanigans. What is the problem here? She had a fight with somebody who's a troublemaker. That's it, okay? Maybe she had sex with somebody. No crime has been committed, but she was booted off the board. Days later, Andrew Torres, an attorney and co-host of the popular Opening Arguments podcast, sent an email to his fellow American Atheist board members announcing that he too was stepping down from the board. Torres, who referred to himself as a lowercase atheist lawyer, so small a, why are you on the board then? But that's beside the point. Who is clear about his identity as a non-believer but does not litigate atheist causes. Okay. Said he would still be involved in the organization but did not have the time to commit to the board. At the time he resigned, Torres had not been made aware of an ethics complaint that had been filed with the board by an activist working with several women who accused him of sexual harassment. The women say Torres sent them text messages which they have shared with RNS that they say made them feel uncomfortable. The messages, which date from 2017 to 2022, appear to show Torres, who is married, commenting on the appearance of several fans of the show, then apologizing when fans push back against him, saying they are not interested. What? That's it, huh? That's it, huh? He's complimenting fans and saying apologies when they're not interested. One of the women, Felicia Entwistle, told RNS that she met Torres in 2017 when he made a remote appearance on an atheist podcast that she hosts. The two struck up a friendship and began messaging. Entwistle said she hoped to learn from Torres how to grow the audience from her podcast. She said she was used to men being flirtatious and tried to laugh Torres' comments off. He would make a big show of apologizing to me, she said, but continued to make several similar comments. She eventually met Torres in person at an event in Utah where she lives, and Entwistle said that she, Torres, and other fans went out to a bar for drinks. Oh, this is not going to end well. After she left the bar, Torres messaged her asking her to come back to her hotel, saying he was leaving town the next day. He kept pushing after I got home, she said. Entwistle eventually ended up blocking Torres and cut off ties. She was eventually posted on social media about Torres being creepy, which she felt led her to be seen as problematic. Yeah, I can't believe this. I have felt ostracized from the atheist podcast community about it, she told RNS. Good. Jesus fucking Christ. You wrecked a fucking guy's life? You're complaining to the press because he sent you some flirts? Jesus fucking Christ. Your big complaint is he kept pushing after I got home? Nothing crude, nothing threatening, nothing damaging, but you're fucking with his life. Yeah, Felicia Entwistle, you're fucking trash. Fuck you. Fuck you for existing. How dare you fuck with a person's life for something as little as that? Let's see what goes on. I have felt, let's see, Sharon Frankel, an attorney and actress, was a fan of Torres' podcast, and the two eventually had consensual sexual relationship, according to the text messages reviewed by RNS. Frankel said she cut off the romantic relationship when the two began collaborating on legal work, at which point she met his wife and family. Torres wanted to pursue their sexual relationship even after Frankel told him it was over. According to Frankel, in their text messages, Torres appears to apologize for misleading her and for his part in the relationship. Frankel said she cut off ties with Torres when their work together ended. But after meeting other women who had said who had had what they had called problematic interactions with him in 2019, she contacted him again. Rumors about Torres' interaction has been circulating. Look at this shit. Look at that shit. He made her feel a little uncomfortable, so she's fucking with his life. These are fucking whores. Okay? These people are doing this for publicity. These people are trying to be heroes. Look, my picture's in the paper. I'm a victim. I'm a hero. Because somebody texted me, things got a little awkward, so I fucked with the man's life. Oh, you're heroes. You're heroes. Let's look over here at what apparently is this gentleman's response. Okay. My heart is racing right now, okay? So Mandisa was booted and is being given an incredibly hard time. And folks, Mandisa voted to get rid of my job without due process. I am not happy about defending her. But she needs to be defended. She's been fucked over by American atheists because of this complaint, which I guarantee you is nothing. I guarantee you is nothing. As a lawyer, this is the guy who has complaints against him, is being canceled now because he sent flirty texts to the wrong fucking women. Give me money, give me pity, give me fame. He sent me text messages and it made me feel uncomfortable. So let's fuck with his whole life. Such heroes. So brave. So stunning. So brave. Felicia and whatever your other name is. Jesus fucking Christ. This is Andrew's response, apparently. As a lawyer, my first instinct is to go after the journalist and the people who participated in this article because virtually all of the specifics are wrong. I get you loud and clear, Andrew. I get you loud and clear. And I have shown documentary evidence contradicting most of the claims to various third parties. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. But I believe you. A large part of me wants to fight the unfair parts, but I'm not going to do that for lots of reasons. You shouldn't do that. The main reason is you can't win. You can't fight this. You can't win. You've already lost. The most important reason is that the underlying claim being made here is that I made women feel uncomfortable. And for that, I can offer up no defense, just an unconditional apology. That's one mistake. Never apologize. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. They were wrong to feel uncomfortable. They are selfish liars using you to promote whatever podcast or whatever shit they're on right now. They are using you for fame. You are the victim. They are not the victims. They're the assholes. They're the purveyor of a crime against you, fucking with you, an innocent man fucking with your life for fame and points. It's gross. And you should not be regretting that. People have awkward conversations all the time. People try all the time. It's not a sin. It's a sin to fuck with people because of it, though. I never ever meant to make anyone feel uncomfortable or harassed in any way. Of course not. I'm sorry I did that. I can't think of apologizing for what is wrong is far, and I think apologizing for what is wrong is far more important than defending myself. No, you're absolutely wrong there, Andrew. Defending yourself is far more important than apologizing. So to be clear, it is true that I have taken to the internet and sought out attention from women online when I have felt particularly happy and unsatisfied in my marriage. I did that. And although I have been trying to change my behavior, it obviously wasn't enough. I am particularly saddened to see Dell's comments here because I thought we had a really productive conversation about what it meant to be in the fuck zone, to fuck zone someone, and that conversation influenced me profoundly. Oh, he was lied to. He was lied to. He was trapped. I read the comment from a mother of a young woman who just wants to help her daughter navigate the world free of creepy guys on the internet. That breaks my heart. I do not want to be, but apparently I am a creepy guy on the internet. You, your daughter, and your listeners deserve to be able to get your podcast without having to worry about that. As a result, I am immediately withdrawing from all public events, including live shows, speaking appearances, conferences, and other events which there might be the slightest suggestion that my actions would make women feel uncomfortable. I am also ceasing the use of messaging, texting, direct messages, and other private conversations with show listeners. I love the show, I love our listeners, and I love interacting with all of you. I screwed up. Hopefully I can someday win back the trust you placed in me, but until then, all I can say is that I sincerely apologize for being, at bottom, someone who made women feel uncomfortable online. He's self-canceling. He feels terrible. I was you. I was you, Andrew. When they made those accusations against me, I took full blame. I apologized profusely. I shut down my internet. I was you. I disappeared. And I went into a hole. And I can't tell you this enough, Andrew. I don't know you. I'm sorry if we've met. I don't believe we have. You are not the bad guy here. You're the victim. It is fine to have sex. It's fine to seek sex. It's nobody else's decision to judge you whether or not whether about your marital status. That's up to you and her. That's not us. Nobody has an opinion on your marriage. Nobody deserves an opinion on your marriage. You should not withdraw from public events. You should embrace them. You should stare these people down. These people have wronged you. These people have hurt you, and you did nothing to deserve it. I knew this was going to hurt. I didn't really know how much. But it's in my veins. It's in my blood. I can feel it going through. It's listening to this guy fall on his sword when he hasn't done anything wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm leaving things I love because women decided to fuck with him. This is a disgusting event. These are disgusting people. Felicia Entwistle and Sharon Frankel. You suck. And I hope I never meet you. And I hope you lose your show. I hope you fade in shame. Andrew and Mandisa, you've been screwed. Both of you. Differently. But you've both been screwed. And I hate that. I don't like it when people get screwed, even when they're not on my side. I don't know how to end this video. I don't know what the big takeaway is. That the atheist movement is eating itself? Yes, but that's not news. That things haven't changed? Unfortunately, that's not news either. Man, I feel for both these people. I really do. I really feel for both of them. Especially you, Andrew. You seem to be a really good guy. And you didn't deserve what's happened to you. Thanks.